want to talk to you for just a minute. See, we're all through now. We've gone, from lesson number 1, beginning, nothing that I see means anything. And we've extended it up to the idea that you see only the past. Is that so? Okay. We went from there into the idea that whatever you did, you always took yourself with you. We began the practices of discovering in your own mind an alternative. All of a sudden, here I am with you. Okay. And I'm standing with you, and the 50 lessons are over. All right. And many of you are in light. Here. Many of you now are in the light, okay, that has expressed that you were sustained by the love of God. And the review lessons in the little 20-minute book were available to you. And now you find yourself perhaps on a new excursion into time. It's a lesson that says, my salvation comes from me. That's lesson number 70. My salvation comes from me. My salvation about what the lessons are come from maybe being able to put on these magnifiers. Okay. Are you with me now in this privacy? My salvation comes from me. Huh? My salvation doesn't come from someone else. I've come a long way in this if I'm willing to sit with this guy and say, yes, I believe that my salvation does come from me. How am I looking, John? Do I look all right?
Yes.
Your salvation comes from you. The next lesson, as I magnify it, says that only God's plan for salvation will work, even though the salvation comes from me. It's another way of saying that all of my plans on what salvation should be will not work, all right? Although my salvation comes from me, it's my dependence on God's plan that will actually show me who I am. Because all of my plans have been only to stay separate from God and to justify my own association with me. So what do we have? Okay, my salvation depends on me. Only God's plan will work. And the next incredible lesson, which is, I will that there be light. What? Okay, we're at the advanced lessons, not as advanced as they may be later on, but certainly advanced enough where I can see, okay, that if my salvation comes from me, that only God's plan will work if I am using the will and light of God. I can will in my own mind that there be light. And there's nothing ever in all of the universe that can prevent me from exercising the power of my own mind. In my certainty that let there be light means in a literal sense that the release of the dark forms of my mind will show me that I am in fact the light and the strength and the way and the love of God. I'm up to there is no will but God's. Okay? God's plan will work. I will there be light, but not through my own will. I am utilizing the will and the power of eternal reality because my will is meaningless. His will is everything that there is. And I want to share that will now with him so that I can assume my role, okay, my title as Savior of the world. I have a kingdom in my conceptual thought forms that I must rule. All of the ideas, the aggregations of form, thought that are out there are depending on me changing my mind. They're depending on you, okay, offering them an invitation that you previously had refused to give them based on the new light that you have discovered in yourself in this time and in this place, that the figures that you had rejected through your forgiveness, now become a whole part of who you are. And that's the will of God that you are using. What an extraordinary idea that you have taken this workbook, and these are the ones that we offer to the world, aren't they? I am the light of the world, and I am under no laws but God's. And that on a day-by-day basis, you have reached the point in your mind that has become excitingly passionate for you to begin to have this experience. Why is it possible? Because it's who you are. Okay? See how simple the solution was? Who you thought you were is not who you are. Okay. We're going to get up to that, aren't we, in these 70s, that you are under no laws but God's. We're not there yet. We're at the lesson that says that the light has come. Okay, I am healed, and I can heal. The references of this mind training always give you the direction that it's only here and now that this can be accomplished. Whatever has gone by in all the old bygones can only be repetitions of your necessity to repeat again and again the idea that you could get old and sick and die. And I'm here right now, right here, right now, right in the middle of your dream of death as a character being played out in your drama, telling you that the light has come. Okay? I'm telling you that that it's time for you to wake up from this dream. I'm telling you now, here and now, that this is the time when you will and did accept this awakening and left this old world forever. And you remember this very fundamentally. There is no world without you. I know some of you still maintain the idea that you came here and that this world was waiting for you to mature in your environmental identity of what you thought this was. Not true. The crucial element involved in this idea of single separation must show you that you brought this world with you when you came. And since you came from eternal reality, it's impossible that the light of God and the love and the strength and the joy and the happiness are not within you. And while they may have been deep within you before, you have allowed them to, through forgiveness, to show you and demonstrate to you the certainty that the power of mind that you're employing is our love for each other and the love of God. So we've embarked perhaps for a moment on a little journey of recognition of each other. You listen. There's nowhere, any time, any place where anyone in the universe is going to prophesize to you what the solution is within your own mind. It's impossible that you not be the prophecy of the coming of your own salvation. There's all sorts of religious ideas that the Christ is born in you. Of course the Christ is born in you. You have an idea of a body association that aggregates in memory patterns, okay, using the light and power and strength of reality to demonstrate this little hovel of nothingness that you occupy. I'm right in the middle of your hovel, and I'm looking right at you and say, will you take a look with me for just a moment about something that's within you that I will show you if you will be, just for a moment, less fearful of what I'm offering you than you previously were. Okay. Your salvation, okay, depends on you, but it does not depend on who you thought you were, but who I know you are in our contingencies offered to us in this time and place of a continuity of reality that will demonstrate a very rapid conversion to the certainty that we're leaving here